So I've been a member of My Lead System Pro for about almost 4 years now. And when I got into network marketing, if you've heard any of my story, I struggled pretty heavily in network marketing in the beginning. I was fortunate enough to find this cool little lady. You may know who she is, Kate McShay.
Yeah.
And Kate and I, we hit it off in My Lead System Pro, and she got me in, and she worked with me a little bit, and my career took off from there, and I give all the credit to My Lead System Pro. We do things a little differently in ILC. It's completely different, not really completely different, but we teach. It's a lot more hands-on in ILC. But I know the objective for you, and just let me know if there's anything else that you want to get done. But I know you want to get your brand together. You want to get your website. You want to get all that up and running. And I would say your main goal is it to get Plexus going, your network marketing company?
Yeah, because I just was on, it's funny that you said that. My friend Abby and I are, she was my upline. She got me into Plexus. She's a certified holistic health coach, and as
Okay.
you was licensed as a social worker. And we just had a conversation last night, like either Plexus is going to be the 2018 we finally rank, because she's higher than me, and I'm not ranked. I ranked up once,
Okay.
like you, struggled, and plus grad school, that was my focus at the time.
Yeah, of course. Of course. So,
And we talked about how this is it. If this doesn't work, then we're leaving.
okay. You know
So
what? I've been there before, and I would heed against that mentality,
yeah,
I've been there before multiple times where I've been like, you know what? If this shit don't work, I'm out of here. Like
yeah.
I remember like sitting in the dorm at my last, and when I was playing, I remember sitting in the dorm when I was a freshman, and I went to this really hard school when I played baseball my freshman year, and we would
Hmm.
all get together and be like, you know what, dude, if he treats us like this one more time, man, dude, if we all quit, we really screw him, and like, and there's a quote. It's one of Goethe's couplets, um, and it's like, until you commit, there's a hesitancy to draw back, and
Hmm.
and what I would say in terms of like your network marketing company, like if you love Plexus,
Hmm.
everything about it,
Hmm.
like you're rated on 6 things. If you love the community, if you love the training, if you love the support, if you really love the products, you love the comp plan, everything just like sets you off, then you got to commit. You know what I mean? It's a like, I'm going to make this work until and despite.
Yeah, and we just had there's a diamond that we gotten really close to. She's not even our direct upline. And she explained the exact same thing to us. She said, you know what, sometimes your leadership isn't the best leader, and you
Right.
have to step out, because that's what's happened. She's the leader we have is like, do for me, and we got her to where she needed to be, and now there's nothing. And so this other person stepped in and said, you have to commit to your
Mm-hmm.
journey.
Yeah.
She
And you
said,
can't.
she
Yeah.
says, I got into this. She said, I had the worst upline ever. Didn't help me, didn't do anything, just got me in, and that's it. She said, so commit to your team and be different, step out. And I've been talking about the ILC
Mm-hmm.
to many people in Plexus and many people in other network marketers, because they said, listen, it's just a different way to look at it. There's some resistance with the other people, which that's fine, that's going to happen. But I want to get more focused, and I put my notes here because I was preparing for our meeting, is the coaching a team. Like, I love what you do. I don't know, have you ever, this book I was reading, Badass, You're a Badass. And what she says is, if when you're with somebody and or you're seeing someone on stage or whatever it is, and there's something that lights you up, it's the universe telling you that's the direction you need to be in.
Yeah, for sure. I
So
completely
it's
agree.
every time I see people with that leadership skill, or on stage motivating, speaking, or just being a service to others, it lights me up. So this is
Awesome.
why I really want to be coaching people, coaching a team, building a website, doing a professional coaching. Besides my social work's always been at my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm in $90,000 in debt for social work. My husband, I just got, we just looked at my student loans. He's like, so when's this network marketing thing going to happen?
And it's just one of those things where once you commit to it going to happen, doesn't matter when, you know, it's like letting go of the addiction of like, it's just going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and time is the only mystery.
Yep.
And once we stop trying to figure out when, everything else can kind of fall together. And you're doing the right things. I mean, we put together something in ILC that we really truly believe is changing and will change the industry, because we want to create better humans all around. And we feel like we can do that. We can truly change the home business industry for a really long time. So what financial goals do you have with your network marketing company?
Well, to become that six-figure earner, for me, when people are like, oh, everyone has different goals. But for me, it's more of becoming that six-figure earner to alleviate the stress, the financial stress, because my husband's the one that carries the family.
Okay.
He definitely got me through grad school. We have a son that just graduated from school, 2 daughters in college, and we have one more that's going to be graduating high school, going to college. So for us, it's not like buying a big house or anything like that, to take that burden off. Do you see what I mean?
Oh yeah, completely.
People don't understand that. They're like, oh, it's just financial aid. I mean, you can get that. Like, you don't know how much you pay out.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy. And
so, yeah, that's one of my I guess for financial reasons, for me to
okay.
get this taken off, to get the stress off of him. And being a therapist, and I love that. And as you're a dad, he takes that responsibility very serious. Like, if something doesn't go right, he takes that on.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean?
Oh yeah, completely.
Because he's the dad,
Yeah.
he's the husband. So that burden of having like that strain, I can see it. So for other people, it's not the same. For us, I want to help that burden be lifted.
For sure. For sure. I completely understand. Yeah, I've been there before. And it's one of those things where, Wes and I have gone through that too, where, it's been, over here and then over here. And then, we've, been and still working on things to like really make sure that, it doesn't matter who's winning or who's bringing in what. It doesn't matter. It's all coming to the same place. And, getting on the same page there is super, super important. Especially, especially with if you have, I always tell people this, with a spouse that isn't in network marketing, like, you still have to make sure to stay on the same page. You know what I mean? For your relationship and your goals there, because it's so key. Especially when you're going through like so much personal development. Sometimes your spouse may not be, and that's important. So you stay on the same page, and just kind of like wean people into personal development, honestly, is I think the key to like, really, staying on the same page throughout. So I completely understand that.
Yeah. And we have, one thing we do every morning is have a coffee date.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
For an hour in the morning. We don't let anyone or anything disrupt that, because after that, our day gets going.
That's awesome.
And so we discuss our plans. He hears me out. He's all for me. He's like, you're putting this money into developing. You've already done three years of grad school. He's like, where else are you personally developing? You've done 3 years of grad school to become a therapist. And I was explaining to him that that's not, you're always developing. It's lifelong. It never stops.
Yep. And that once you get that, it really just becomes easier, because you're like, oh, you know what? You just never stop, and you should never stop.
No.
And that's important. So yeah, I mean, I think that from what you told me, I think that you probably see some benefit here. It's helped me out tremendously. I can't tell you how much this has changed our life
Yeah.
in terms of network marketing and really just, for someone that has a lot of degrees, I was thinking about going back to school too. And, I chose not to at the moment. And then that was immediately when I got into My Lead System Pro. And this was like a master's degree to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like the perfect thing. And it helped me make more money. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, it's like getting my degree and I'm not, and it's helping me make money. I'm not having to like wait till I graduate to to make some money here.
And it takes time
It does.
because I refuse to go back into the state government because it will burn you out. They don't treat you well, they underpay you, and they overwork you. So I decided to go with the private practice. But again, just like network marketing, you have to get a buy-in. You have to market yourself. I had to put something in a woman's magazine here. Like I told my husband, he's like, I can't believe you putting money out just for this job. I said, yeah, because it's commission too. Social work's a lot like network marketing. You have to market yourself that you're an expert in your field. Mm. And you have to get the person to buy in to what you're selling.
Of course. I completely agree.
So that's why it's kind of aligned with me.
Right.
It's just I've not gotten off the ground.
That's cool. And you know what? Honestly, you'll probably really, really like this because it's all about. I mean, this is where I learned marketing, and I truly believe that when I've kind of gone through, I'd probably say about everything in MLSP. I have a skill set that nobody could take away from me.
Right.
Literally, if I lost all my money today and lost everything, I could go find a way to get people to pay me for something because of what I learned in this place. So it doesn't matter if I'm doing my own marketing for my own damn good or somebody else's. We're pretty set up to come out on top. So I do think you'll see benefit. I know that your main thing that for this meeting was you wanted to see like what you could get out of a website, right?
Yeah, and it's funny that we had today because when I was getting ready for our meeting, the girl that's helping me with the website had freedom today to meet me at 2. So
okay, perfect.
This is good.
Yeah. Perfect. And she'll probably enjoy it too because it's way easier than just like setting up something in WordPress from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, we know. Like our ILC site, that is a from scratch WordPress site. Okay.
Oh.
It's a lot more difficult to maintain than something that, like, if you let somebody else maintain it, it's like so much easier. So I'll kind of explain that just really quick. So with the MLSP, what you get is you get a full on WordPress site. Okay. So what they do is it's called MLSP Sites. It's a blog website or, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to take this off for now. So I'm going to clear that off. And it's really step by step. Okay. So they just give you a few videos. You can see here, it just says three simple steps below. And then you're pretty much your website's up. Now, once someone goes into designing the website, that's one thing, but literally if you wanted to put your website up yourself, you could. Okay. From what I know about you, and I've heard you talk about, your time management and getting your time down. I probably wouldn't spend a lot of time at all putting your website together yourself.
Right.
Just for the sheer fact of two things. The only time I would ever recommend that is one, if you do have the time, and two, if you can see yourself, actually wanting to make updates yourself, then, go through that. Like for me, I want to have some control over my websites. You know what I mean? I don't want to be completely dependent on somebody else. So I do want to know enough to get by. So one thing that I really like about the way My Lead System Pro set up MLSP sites was they have training for you. So like if you need something in regard to setting up your site or any of the themes or anything like that, it's all back here. Okay. So what that means to me is like, I know that like I can go and learn something if I need to. Otherwise, you're pretty much at the mercy of YouTube and Google.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I really like that about what they give you there. So literally it's, a 2-minute video here, a 5-minute video here, and you can get your blog all set up. So I'm going to pop into the site. That way you can see it.
Okay.
Okay. It's a straight up WordPress site. Okay. So everything is identical to WordPress. However, you get all free plugins with this. Okay. So what that means is all the little things that you would have to download individually for a normal WordPress site, you get access to everything. So it literally gives you a step-by-step of the plugins that an entrepreneur would need. Okay. Now the site, mine, RyanMcMorris.com, that's a Divi site. The Divi theme is about $300 alone.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So, so when you set up WordPress, you have to set up hosting. Okay. So that the hosting can cost anywhere from about $15 a month to like $50 a month.
Yeah, I know the hosting. Now, here's a question that I am trying to get with other people. Now, the host,
sure.
You have to tell your cable company that you're doing a business and you're using
your internet provider?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't. No, it's the hosting is just it's just like an off-site kind of thing that they are like, it's kind of like I guess real estate, I guess. Like there's like they own the internet property or something.
Okay.
So like you're kind of paying them to like maintain the property.
I see. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best way I could put like hosting in a sense. So like you're just paying them to like host the site. So hosting can get pretty crazy, especially with like, you don't get a lot of security either. So like one of the cool things I like about MLSP is they provide security as well. So you can see here, like this is all free. They use Spam Shield, so that's blocked almost 11,000 spam attacks. And I get a lot of memory and a lot of storage space as well. So to me, it's like I get all that stuff for free. So it makes sense to me. So you get the plugins. The site setup is like super simple. There's a training library if you ever need help with anything.
Yeah.
So literally it's like it's everything step by step. So if you did want to actually like learn anything or map your site, you can eventually, like if you wanted to like make a robust site and do like a lot of different things like we're doing with ILC. Like we couldn't do ILC with this platform. It's just too crazy. We couldn't do a membership site with that. Okay.
Yeah.
But one thing I do love about it is you get Yoast SEO for free too. So people can find you easier.
And I like how, because I've been doing my research, I've been doing a lot of research on websites, and I like how you and even like Brenna Brown, you use your name, and so that's what I'm starting to train my Plexus team to like I took off my website off my business page just right after we talked. I took that completely down.
Yeah.
But I love that because it's your name. People are going to know you, and then they're going to know the products that you support.
For sure.
Is that what you're kind of like when you're talking about branding? Because that's what I've been researching.
100%. And you're going to understand too, like, that teaching branding to a network marketing team is only going to resonate with about 20% of the people.
Oh, trust me. I've been shut down in our meetings.
Good. And that's okay. That's actually probably a good thing. Honestly, it is, because when you're meeting for the masses, like in the big group, not everybody resonates with branding. Not everybody resonates with like, the training and all that stuff.
Yeah. Me and my friend Abby, who we're doing this, she and I are on the same exact page. So she's getting coaching from another person that that she finds a good fit for her. I'm
Yeah.
getting coaching from you and Wes, and we're putting all of our trainings together, and we're doing it completely different. We're not using the way Plexus is teaching, like could constantly brand your products on your personal page, and
It's going to get shut down eventually. I mean,
it's
Facebook,
just,
obviously, you see Facebook making some changes,
yeah.
and I feel like they network marketers are at the top of their like naughty list. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so we're trying to take what you're teaching us and what her coach is teaching to our team to grow it in a way that uses integrity, uses
for sure,
branding correctly,
for sure.
and using like my site here. This is good too. What you're showing me.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I would highly stress again when you take things like that to your team, understand like in the masses setting. So if we have thousands of people on our team,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do a training like this for our team. A lot of
right.
the stuff that we teach in ILC isn't for um, the masses. If you have like,
Mm-mm.
you know what I mean. But we do. But the ones that put their hand up and say, "Hey, I'd love to make, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month, or even $3,000 a month." For those people, then they're saying, "Hey, look, I want to play big." Those are the people that I'll take aside, and we'll have a call like this because they want to actually like brand themselves and do things like that. So, um, the theme that I would recommend, I really love this theme. It's Divi. It's like a plug and play theme. Okay, so literally, if I make a page, so let me go back to the dashboard. So like, I'll show you how easy it is to make website pages on this. It's super simple. Um, so let me go to post. Okay, and I have a template already made. So if I go to new post, I can click on the Divi builder. I'll go from add from library. There we go. Okay, and I already have a template made up, so I'll just load that template. Now, the cool thing about this is there's like no coding that you need to do. Okay, so literally I can just drag and drop. I already have a video in place. I already have my text in place, image in place. So if I want to change this, all I have to do is move it. Okay, it's super, super simple, super easy to build a site, super easy to put things where you want to put them. And all you do is just use these templates.
So
So
you're dragging and dropping in certain areas.
yeah, instead of, if you've ever done a website before or seen anybody doing it before, it's usually all code.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So imagine like putting something together from the front instead of the back.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like usually it's just like, okay, you have to code everything, then look at it and see if you coded it right.
Okay.
But now you can actually just say, okay, I want my text here, I want an image here, I want a video here. If I want this, if I want to add something, I want to add, anything, I can add it in.
So
Simple.
so like you were saying to do a PDF or ebook, it can be on this, and that's how you can build an email listing.
Yeah. So if I'm doing an ebook, I would do it through like Google, either Google Docs or Word, but you can easily give away your ebooks through here. Okay. So, we can always help you with that too. The process of like, designing an ebook. And actually, I didn't want to go here yet, but I'll
It's
kind of,
okay. I mean, it was just in my notes from when we talked.
yeah, for sure. For sure. So one of the cool things is, you get this marketing strategies thing. Um, so you get a ton of courses in here.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the courses that you get is the ebook course. So you can or create my first ebook. So it'll walk you through that
Okay.
yeah. So it's really cool. The training in here is, to me, it's priceless.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a lot of really cool training. I would stress too, for someone that's already said like, I don't have a ton of time. Don't get caught up in like, learning mode, but use it as a resource.
Oh yeah.
It's literally a priceless resource that you can make a lot. It's helped me make a ton of money and brand myself. Okay, because before we started ILC, I was, for years I just branded myself as RyanMcMorris.com, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and what you're doing is building trust just when people hear your name.
Right.
You know, same with me building trust in my local community as a social worker. When people hear my name, I want them to know, oh yeah, she knows her stuff. Like, so
Right.
I get that part.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. So we're on the same page. One of the things one of the things that I want you to know is if you go through just regular old WordPress, you still have no way to capture leads. Okay. So you would need Aweber or GetResponse or something like that to capture the email addresses.
Yeah,
Okay.
like ClickFunnels or something.
Yeah, but you still don't have, so you would need ClickFunnels. So with ClickFunnels, you're either paying $100 a month or
Yeah,
$300 a month.
it's expensive.
Okay. So, and all you're getting is the funnels.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you get access to what they call Funnelizer, which is a really, really simple and easy to use funnel system. I like ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is awesome, but for the beginner, for the person that's just looking to just like get going and just have something up, MLSP is super, super simple. So I'll take you to one of my pages, which is, I'll just show you this one. So you can create a funnel like this that has, your pictures, your stuff. Hold on one second. It's got all your text, all that good stuff, testimonials, videos, all this good stuff. And we literally put this up in less than like 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So to me, and then it connects right with Aweber. So to me, I'm like, you have to have something like this in place on your website. And this integrates right in with your website. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can easily just go to create a funnel. I can type in whatever my funnel name is. And I can have a funnel up, and in the beginning, it may take you, 30
Right. It takes practice.
Right. But once you get going, literally I can have a funnel up. I can have a funnel up in less than 5 minutes sometimes.
Okay. That's
So
good.
really, really awesome tool. What? So let's see here. Let me go back to where I need to be. All right. Another cool tool here is you get a CRM with it as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the CRM because when people put in their information, it immediately goes to my CRM. So, I check this. I was really good about checking this once a day. But I usually just go in here and I would just see who put their phone number in. I really don't mess with like everybody else not anymore. I used to like email everybody, but now I don't. But I usually just come in here once a day and just see who put their phone number in. And I call these people.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I keep it super, super simple. This is how I recruited 700 people. Because I use what MLSP taught me. I just plug into what they said do. I call my leads, and what I would do when I see phone numbers, I would go and I went through this training. And this is I'm a coach with MLSP too. So this is the same stuff I tell anybody else to do. There's a training that is called call your prospects today. And I would literally went through this stuff. I did this. I actually have this screenshotted on one of my laptops. I was like, I'm going to look at this every single day. And it tells you the conversation to have. Okay. And I watched these videos and I took notes, and that's the conversation I would have when I call these leads. So, just as an example, so I'll go back over here. So just as an example, if I called JJ today, okay, literally I would call JJ, see what he or she has going on, what business are they in, are they even in a business, see what they're open to. And, I kind of explained this on the Q&A last night. Most people, I had a girl ask, she goes, well, if I'm in 3 affiliate things,
Oh, I saw that.
what do I do? Now, I could call JJ, and all my goal is to determine what's the best fit for her or him. Okay. It could be MLSP. people come to me and they say, hey, look, I need this, this, and this. And I say, hey, listen, MLSP is probably going to be the best thing for you. Sometimes it's ILC. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's my network marketing company, ILC, and MLSP, depending on what the person's needs are.
Right.
Okay. But that's the conversation that I have with people.
And that you explained it just like that so well last night, because I got exactly what you were saying. You have to find the fit. And that, again, was my aha moment with the Q, because you said, you were talking about a little bit about branding a little bit, and that just kind of came to me when you were talking to, I think it was Linda that asked that question. But you have to find the right fit, and that's why branding yourself is good, because you're not branding the product, you're branding you, and people start trusting your recommendations.
Right. See, now I'm a consultant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you play the role of consultant, it's a done deal. Because when you go to somebody for consulting, you trust them enough that you tell them your problems and you say, hey, based off what you told me, this is a good solution for you.
Yeah. In fact, that happened yesterday with the woman, one of the office managers at my practice that I'm working at. She saw something I put on Facebook about why I take my products. Didn't say who the product was. I just said why I love my products. And she says, I trust you since I've gotten to know you over a month. You seem like you don't steer people the wrong direction. She said, so I'm willing to do it. I don't want to sell a thing, but I know 4 people that would jump on to the products because they're looking for weight loss or whatever. And I kept it just like I was just consulting her, asking her questions. And that really came from the ILC, because I wasn't taught that.
And most people don't, and it's sad. It's sad. So one thing I will tell you, again, with using a system like this, it's not for everybody. Okay. I had a guy reach out to me from my warm market that I went to college with, and he wants to, join our team. And I wouldn't recommend this to him. Not yet. Okay. He is not there yet.
Yeah.
He's just not there yet. I would have him do the normal thing. I would say, dude, reach out to your warm market, build a customer base. And obviously if you are wanting some extra things, then we can talk. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? The cool thing about My Lead System Pro as well is it gives you kind of like done for you stuff already. Now, this isn't for everybody either, depending on like your brand and your site, and how you're branding yourself may not be everything here. Probably won't be for you.
Right.
So based off what you told me like the other day, I wouldn't recommend putting something like getting traffic and leads on your site. You know what I mean? You're not talking about that.
No.
Okay. However, something like this mindset training, Deep Abyss monthly mastermind. So let's take a look at this. So this is Diane Hockman's Deep Abyss. It's like this mindset training that they do every week. Okay. It's $24 a month. Okay. Now, what I would do if I were you, if you said, hey, this would be a good fit to put on my website. What I would do is I would probably go to Canva, create a picture. I would create a capture page to go in front of this. That way I can collect the information. Okay. I would put this on the sidebar or the bottom of your website, or even on your fan page, or even in your group. There's a lot of places you can place this stuff. However, the sales page is already written. Okay.
That's awesome.
So the cool thing is you don't really have to do the selling. All you have to do is just have it in the right place and get the traffic.
Right.
Okay. Now, if someone buys this is a monthly subscription, which is $24. You, I think, walk away with like either 30 or 50%. I can't remember which one it is on this one. Okay. But usually I have people that buy this and, they don't stop buying. They never cancel this one.
Yeah.
Now $13 may not seem like a lot, but it's $13 that, like, honestly, you didn't have to do much to get, and you didn't have to make anything. Okay. So again, there's things in here that are done for you and you can make commissions off of, that align with what your brand is. I kind of talked about that last night too. Like if you build the audience, give them things that they would like.
Yeah. And one thing I get a lot is mindset. with people that are not on our team, people that are on our team. The other thing is social marketing and recruiting. Those are like the three main things that people always ask me. And I'm like, I'm learning just like you're learning, but you got to do the homework. You can't come at me with all this stuff. And then months later, you're still asking me the exact same question.
Right. No, I completely understand.
So I just saw a few things just on that back office that you were showing with the mindset. So there was things that I could see that could really work.
I mean, this place is like unreal. So depending on, who your audience is, a lot, like for our audience, network marketers, everything in here relates, obviously. This is for network marketers. If, like you are building an audience of like women, now there's going to be a bunch of women in your audience that are looking to start a business. Okay?
Yeah.
There are probably going to be a lot of network marketers in that audience as well. Okay? So you just have to get to a place where, again, everything is congruent. If things are congruent, you can use this platform to your utmost. Like, I mean, you can make, not only will it help you build your brand and you can make a lot of money on your own, it'll help you build your brand so you can actually maximize your network marketing company or any network marketing company that you want to build. And again, as an affiliate, if you choose to, okay, this is not for everybody either. A lot of times when I'm having an MLSP conversation, it's just showing them as a customer. Say, hey, look, here's what you get with MLSP. Go through the training, use the tools. That's all you get. For you, you do talk to network marketers.
Oh, yeah, from all different companies. It's amazing how many, like a few years ago, I wasn't bumping into so many as I'm bumping into now.
Right. So I would highly recommend having MLSP as a tool first. Definitely main thing for your website and for using it for the capture pages and the funnels. Okay. And then I would use it as probably an affiliate product in the back end. For you, there's three different options on how I would tell someone to go out there and brand themselves. You can either brand yourself and lead with you, which I highly recommend, or you can lead with My Lead System Pro. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of leading with My Lead System Pro, just because I've done it before and I just don't really see, like, it just takes such a huge audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you can do so much with a small audience. I mean, you can make a ton of money with a small audience. So in my opinion, I like where you're going. Brand yourself, lead with yourself, lead as a consultant, build that audience as a consultant for women that you're an advocate for women's issues. And you will have opportunities to either, obviously offer your time for money. You can offer affiliate products and you can offer Plexus.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I also feel when you were saying offer time, I tell everybody that you should at least give 5 to 10% something free.
Oh, of course.
Because people want to check you out. They're not sure they're invested in you yet.
Yeah, I'd say it probably needs to be about 80% free.
Well, I'm just saying when you're building a business, like free consultations, free 5 steps to a positive mindset and a workbook or things like that. That's what I'm training the people that are on my team. And that's where Abby and I are going. It's like really, take the time and listen and, you want to be a service to someone before service happens before success.
Of course. I'm a big advocate on that. So that's MLSP in a nutshell.
It was great. Thank you. I never really heard about, I heard of Kate Mache.
Yeah.
And actually, I dropped her course of the 60-day enrollment because I got into your course and it just seemed that yours seems to be a better fit. It's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think she's great. I watch a lot of her videos, but I realized I wasn't where it just wasn't fitting
That
for.
course isn't for everybody because not everybody is ready to perform webinars, and not everybody has the audience nor the testimonials. Like I'm a big, I'm a big believer in you shouldn't even do webinars until you have testimonials.
Exactly. Yes, I agree. And it just so I just was like, I talked to Wes about it, and that's when she's like, why don't you try this and see if this is a fit. So this seems to be a better fit. It's kind of where I'm at. So I appreciate your time and
Yeah,
Wes's
for sure.
time. I have been putting y'all's name out there a lot lately.
We appreciate it.
Because this is what my friend Abby and I have been looking for. This is how we want to train the people that join the Plexus part. This is how we want to train them. We don't want to train them the way the people that are already up there, the high honors. That was 5 years ago they became this way. It's so different.
Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of training because I feel like it's necessary. Okay.
Yeah.
So like understand. So I know I'm pretty familiar with Plexus. We've recruited a lot of people from Plexus before, and we've seen that business. We've seen that business, and we know how they run things. And so here's what I would do, because you're gonna have Plexus over here, the way Plexus does things over here. Okay. The higher level is like, obviously, like if you have something like MLSP, the stuff that they train on is going to be like miles away from like what Plexus trains on. Okay. And then I would say you have what your team trains on. So I would divide things up into this. Okay. And we kind of do things over here too. So I'm going to draw this out. I don't have my normal pen. I'm using my finger. So bear with me.
Oh.
Okay. So here's the deal. Plexus trains one way, and obviously it just sounds like, obviously you guys aren't a big fan of it. Okay.
No.
So if you're making $8,000 a month in Plexus, how many people do you have on your team?
Oh no, we are small.
No. If
I see.
you're making $8,000 a month or in Plexus, how many people would that take to be on your team in terms of like customers or reps or whatever?
You would already be, so Emerald's 300. You're talking 750 people.
Okay, cool.
In that range.
Okay, perfect. So what I would do, and this could take some work, okay? But if you're willing to do this, again, that's why on the beginning of the call I said, hey, if you're like completely committed to what Plexus is doing, even though their training may suck, and even though like some things that you may not like about it, but if you're still like completely committed to it, then what I would do, again, you're looking at you got 750 people on your team, and so I would say about 10%. So I would say that puts you at about 50 to 75 of those people would actually have the desire, because it's not about capacity or willingness. It's really about desire. And that's what we have to understand, that what I would recommend doing is setting something up that complements these people. Okay. Because MLSP won't be that thing. ILC probably won't be that thing. But you can set up your own community that is that serves the 80%, because that's what we have to get. We have to really understand that as a majority, our game is this. Okay. And then, so it's kind of like if we have a training, what a lot of people do, and you've probably seen this in Plexus, is on a team training, there's how many people in Plexus? Probably 50,000 people.
Tons.
Right. So let's just say there's 50,000 people, right?
Yeah.
And everyone gets on this call and they say, hey, get on the call, everybody on the call. And there's probably things going on the call that shouldn't be going on a 50,000 person call. Like they're telling people, if you're not prospecting, you're not going to make any money. It's like, it's not talking to the 80% of people. 80% of people don't want to make any money. Okay.
Yep.
But if you're talking to the 80% of people, like you're talking to the other 20%, it's going to discourage people. And that's why people quit.
Yeah.
And I've made the mistake in the past too. I was like, oh, dude, when I got an MLSP, I thought that my whole team needed it, right? I thought my whole team needed to hear stuff like that, and they don't. I had to understand that it's okay for them just to get we still. I'm not the biggest fan of like, team rah-rah calls on Saturdays and Monday nights.
It is ridiculous.
Right? I'm not the biggest fan of that stuff, right? But I'll be damned if there's people that you have to sort. So the girl that I just enrolled, she's a 20%er. Okay. The dude that I knew from college, he's an 80%er. I'm going to always send him back to team stuff. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to always send him back. Hey man, make sure you're on that call Saturday, dude. Hey man, make sure you're at the event, bro. Hey, make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're plugged. Hey, they're doing this training Tuesday. Make sure you're there. Okay. I'm always pushing these people back to the team stuff. And the individuals that raise their hand, even if I do a team call, I may say, hey, look, guys, this may not be for you. So if it isn't, you can just go ahead and just hang up or just zone out. But if I am speaking to you, I will be doing another private deal or something else that for the people that are really serious. So for instance, we're doing a challenge next week. Starting next week, we're doing this like business builder challenge, right? One thing that we're doing is instead of pushing everybody to do the challenge, we qualify people for the challenge. Okay. So we say, hey, if you go out and enroll one customer or rep, then this qualifies you for the challenge. Now, that's something that anybody can do, right?
Yeah.
Get one customer, get one rep, whatever, that qualifies you. I used to do it where, hey, you got to get, if you're this rank, then you're qualified. That discourages people. So understand that, like, as much as online stuff and the recruiting stuff is going to help you, we still can't deny that there's true, still raw network marketing training that has to take place in terms of like team building. Okay.
Yeah.
We teach a lot of that in ILC. There's a little bit of that in MLSP, just because there's a lot of these guys have built tremendous teams. I mean, you see guys in this picture, Ray was in MLSP, Bob, Todd Falcone, you see David Sharp, Tyson Zahner, Cedric Harris, Vince Reed. I mean, I was actually fortunate enough to be a part of this summit last month. And I mean, you see so many awesome leaders come out of here. But if you do decide that, what, this is a good fit and you want to be an affiliate as well, I've made, if you multiply this 109 okay, by $100 a month, that's a side income, not including anything that we've done in network marketing or ILC or individual coaching or anything like that.
Wow.
Okay. And that's people that have said no to our network marketing company. So if you look at these people, I'll give you a little bit of a.
So they said no to your network marketing, but said yes to your MLSP.
Yeah.
Got it.
So this. I mean, to me, these are, and these are great leads. So like when we're about to like relaunch our network marketing company, these are people that I'll call.
Yeah. That's perfect.
These are people that I'll call, and then it's cool because these are people that may want to launch with us. Like, so this girl right here, I'm going to call her today and see if she wants to, just check out what we have. Yeah. But this is a girl that, it's crazy that if she said no 2 months ago, when she came into MLSP 2 months ago, she said no 2 months ago, or said she was really, really happy with where she was building 2 months ago. I made $200 in 2 months. She's enjoying what she gets because she likes MLSP. However, if I say, hey, listen, just check out what we're working on, I mean, it's a completely different conversation than most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's already bought from us. And even if she says no, we're still in profit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, we care, but like, who cares?
Absolutely. Yeah. Is that the one that's in North Carolina?
I don't know.
Tanya?
I don't know. I think she may be.
It was just her name sounded familiar with that story you just said because she was so excited. She was like in a different place 2 months ago, and
Oh, that's another Tanya. That's
oh,
another Tanya.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. She's
yeah,
man, she's had a lot of success, and
and that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, and my belief, because I'm also I have an entrepreneur heart because I'm also trying to build a business, a private practice with another social worker, um, and our saying thing is, you have to have multiple streams of income because you never know when one thing's not going to work. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, or
Oh
it's
yeah.
gonna. And people always look at me like I have three heads when I say that.
No, I truly believe it. I think that it's a matter of time. I think that people that try to build like multiple streams at the same time is tough.
Hmm.
Especially when they don't have a background in it. For like what we do now, like we have like three offers that we probably will make a full-time income in each one of them. Um,
Oh
couldn't do
yeah.
that 3 years ago, like couldn't do that 3 years ago. I couldn't go
Well,
out.
we're getting trained by a nonprofit agency that helps brick and mortar companies go up. So we're actually putting the time and effort in every month for 6 months straight before we do anything to get the information on what it takes to do a private practice.
Nice.
Same thing with what you're doing and what, entrepreneurship. I think people come in, and I did it, and you said you did it. You come in here thinking you're going to get rich
Right.
quickly, and it doesn't happen that way. So I've learned, and it's taken me a year of personal training to understand you got to have the proper training, proper coaching. You need coaches to help you maneuver that roadmap.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah. So this training today, I appreciate you taking time
Yeah,
out
yeah, for sure. For
to
sure.
going over this with me, and this looks really good. Now I'm meeting the girl Giselle at 2 today. How much is this a month?
My Lead System Pro to get everything that we talked about is 149 a month
140. That's cheap. I was
for
just
I mean
sitting, literally,
for what
Ryan.
you
I was
get.
sitting here, and my husband's looking at me like that. Look, like how much is this going to cost?
When I first saw it, I was like, this is gonna cost me like $1,000 a month.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh man, this is like 1,500 a month. I can see it.
Right. I mean, honestly, for everything you get, I would value it at about. I usually value everything in my Lead System Pro at about $800 a month.
Wow.
And then, if you think about it, you talk to a lot of network marketers. If you can just kind of at least know what you improve on you continue to get in front of people, continue to improve on your conversations, all that good stuff. Um, I mean, we'll put another 84 people in my Lead System Pro this year. Okay. Um, that's going to up our monthly income by another almost $10,000.
Wow.
Um, and you think about it, it's just off people that are usually just saying no.
Yeah. I like how you guys come across with three different opportunities. I think people need choices.
They do. And I'm not going to offer three choices. So I'm not going to offer three choices because I do think it
No,
could.
no, no. But you're weaning out where someone fits.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And there's people that have said no. I'm talking to a lady today that said no to MLSP, and she's probably going to say yes to our network marketing company. So, and at the end of the day, like, if she wants to grow, I do think she's in that category of like a 20%er. At some point, she's probably going to, need MLSP at some point. So to
This
me,
is perfect. I mean, if you could see my face right now, I'm literally glowing.
no,
I'm like excited. I'm a go-getter,
for
and
sure.
I
No,
don't
I
mean
can feel
I'm
it.
not
I
trying
can
to be
feel it.
narcissistic or anything.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. I do. Like, I wouldn't have brought it to you if I didn't think it was a good fit. Yeah, that's kind of why I hit you up. I said if I see, like I said, I try to be as consulting as possible, and if I see a fit or hear something, yeah, it'd be more of a disservice if I didn't tell you about it.
This is just awesome. I mean, there's so much that can bring to so many different people, and this is good team building skills on here that just from what you showed me.
Yeah, I wanted to show you this one really quick because this is something that I've used in the past too. this one right here, success in MLM, is something that I would really,
Yeah.
um, I would probably hang out down here.
Yeah.
Ray did one, how to make money with every prospect and call you make. These two are my favorite. How to fast track your way to success in network marketing. I love this training. And how to recruit leaders into your MLM and guarantee your success in network marketing. These are like three of my favorite trainings. I mean, and to me, like just this tab alone is worth 3 months of the membership.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like if you think that, you said her name is Abby, right?
Abby, yeah.
Um, if,
She was just texting me because she knows I was on here with you. She's like, share good stuff.
hell, I mean, if she sees a fit, um, I mean, you make $100 a month, so in my eyes, that's our main goal for everybody that comes into MLSP is, hell, if you get, one or two people that, that you probably would know, it does pay for your membership.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're saying 149 a month, and just one or two people just basically pays for your membership. Like $100 is $100.
Hey, I love I mean, let me tell you, I love MLSP money. Like it's so, I joke about it sometimes, but I'm telling you, like it, I mean, it's so different than anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's just a straight up, like there is no like multi-level to it. There is no like, it's straight up. There is no like, levels or anything. It's straight up like go out and get customers. And in my opinion, there's the numbers feed themselves. There's 97% of network marketers out there that are struggling.
Oh yeah.
That,
I hear it all the time.
right. And these are people that aren't just like, these aren't the people that are in a network marketing company and just, they're in it just there, right? These are people that are actively looking to build their network marketing business and don't know how. And they don't know how to get leads. They don't know how to brand themselves. They don't know how to do anything. And they're looking for something like this. So in my opinion, the numbers are in favor for people that are looking to buy this as a product. So, and that's what we've done over the last, I mean, I literally, when I got into MLSP, my first month, I showed this girl and she was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I literally haven't stopped since. And, it's, to me, it's been one of those things where I built a list. Our list is about 3,000 people now. I wouldn't have done that without MLSP. And I have a small list in comparison to like some of the bigger names that we play against. And, we make a pretty decent income for a small list, because that list just buys. And I learned that here. I can't tell you. And you could go out and you'll probably get a lot of benefit from what you're doing as a private practice, because this is just a marketing
Well, it's funny you said that, because that's what a lot of private practice of people, I look at their website and it just reminds me of this.
Yeah. I mean,
they're building their email list, or they're adding value. They're giving away free consultations, like a 20-minute, not a therapy session, but kind of like we call it an intake assessment. I think that's amazing, because some people can't get out to an office.
Yep. You're exactly. I mean, I think I don't even think that office time is really the most efficient. It's like one of those things where I know if someone comes, if I go to a meeting, it's going to knock out 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like I can have an effective meeting. So I can go over a 30-minute meeting that I had scheduled here and say, okay, cool. Like I can, it's work 30 minutes over. If I go to a meeting outside, it's like I have to be like Rambo, because it's I have to go into the meeting and say, hey, I'm leaving here at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to avoid one-on-one meetings as much as I can.
Oh no, I get it. I'm just saying, like, for like therapy,
right? You can't.
Or actually bringing it to video therapy.
I don't blame you. And what we can teach you too, from what we learned from Christian Michelson, that'll probably change what you do 180%, or just in 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Because we can do like our healing over Zoom and the phone now.
Yeah.
So we can actually like I don't even know if you're familiar with Christian, but
I'm not familiar with that person now.
yeah, we can now. It's crazy. I mean, usually, so I had a girl that's supposed to, get rocking in our network marketing business. Typically, she let me know one of her fears around money.
Yeah.
Um, so typically, what I would do is then I'm facing all these money objections, and I'd get by them or whatever. Imagine if you got this from, or you started saying this to your prospects, hey, I'm going to add you to a Facebook group to see if it's a good fit for you or not. Then I'd love to hop on the phone to help you heal this fear of making, keeping, and multiplying your money once and for all. How's that sound? Like, it's not even about network marketing.
Yeah.
It's about healing your fear. That's what she really wants, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you see a good fit for yourself, I'd take the trial. If you can try it out, you can try it out for a month for $150. If you don't like it, you can always, get a refund too.
Yeah. I mean, when you just showed me all this, I was just like, $150 a month to have all this amazing stuff is worth the investment.
For sure. And we also do a bonus 15-minute call once a month for
Okay.
anybody that's in the MLSP list.
Okay.
So,
Well, you had me hooked.
well, we're here to help. I mean, like I said, we're just here to help. If you're working with that girl that's going to be doing your site, like I said, it would make it a lot. It's going to be less work on her.
Yeah, uh, here we're next to a naval base,
Okay.
and she actually, I mean, she's the web designer on this naval base, so she has like this top clearance, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I even told my husband works on base, so he was like, for her to be the web designer of the base,
Yeah.
she
It's
knows her
serious
stuff.
stuff.
She knows her stuff. So she's trying to actually break out to be to break out a web designing company.
Oh,
She just
man.
told me this. And so she's not really charging a lot of money right now because she's
She needs she needs some testimonials out there, huh?
right. So she came as a recommendation from one of my church members that's helping her. So see, the word of mouth is coming out.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, word of mouth right now. She's so good. Oh my God, she's barely charging anything for what she's doing. So I'm meeting with her today. So to bring this to her, because she already said, she laughed too when I told her about Wix. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I've never seen, I mean, Wix sites look great on their commercials.
Yeah. She
But
said they're horrible. She said you're not allowed to do a lot of things on their sites without their permission. She said it's just, there's no freestyle is how she was putting it.
yeah, everything that you would need, like other tools, like email, funnels, you don't have any, there's no integration.
Yeah, and she said you'd have to buy extra for all of that stuff.
Oh, and it's not, yeah. And
It's
then
not,
it's,
it's
yeah.
not part of it.
And then it's not even like industry top stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, even if you went and bought the extra stuff, you're not at like the industry peak. So it's not going to be ClickFunnels. It's not going to be MLSP. You know what I mean? That's like industry standard stuff of what we're dealing here. So I've had, I was working with a guy that last week that had a Wix site, and it just cringes my stomach. And I'm like, oh man.
I'm excited to show her this. I'm ready to jump on to this. This aligns with what I've been kind of dreaming of.
Perfect.
But I want to put that into action,
Yeah, for sure.
This is good. This is really, really good. I appreciate all your time that you spent today on,
Yeah. I mean, I want to make sure that like what's out there and what can.
Like I said, all this is so new to me.
Yeah, I've been there.
I've been with Plexus for 2 years, and don't laugh, and I'm still at the first rank.
No, it's cool. I mean, you'll see a big.
It's embarrassing.
You know what? It's not. Because like those are the best stories. Honestly, I would start embracing that. Like, it's the best stories for people to hear is like, you know what? Like Tanya, she was in Plexus for 4 years. and barely had made any money.
Yeah, I make maybe 200 a month.
Yeah, and then we started working with her, and now she ranked like 3 times in a month.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. That means she went from silver, gold, senior gold. So she's probably between gold, senior gold to ruby, which is awesome. Good for her. I'm proud of her.
So you take something like that, it's like those are better stories because those stories are the ones that people can really relate to. People get discouraged more from fast success than they do from slow success.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about comparison, and I got caught up in the comparison game because there's a girl that lives an hour away from me. We've met up a few times. She and I started at the same time, and she's almost to Emerald, where you get the Lexus and all that. And I was like, crap. And I was like, I had like the green jealous giant on me every time I saw someone post something that she's ranking up to this or she's got this person. And it was just becoming horrible. And I realized this comparison game is not, I know as a therapist, this is horrible for me.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to literally start doing I don't know if you're familiar with the Think Up app.
Mm-hmm.
I use it every day now to change my mindset and positive affirmations. And now I see her success and I'm like, I'm so happy for her.
That's awesome. No, that's awesome. And then you can move into a really good comparison because when you do that, you're like, okay, I'm comparing myself in a positive light and saying, oh man, if they can do it, I can do it,
Yeah.
And that's when you can use comparison to like, jolt your life. That's
yeah.
Stuff.
When you told your story about the difference between negative comparison and positive, that's exactly where I went with that person. I was like, yep, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. So I go to this website to join like the Miley System Pro.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a link. Okay. That way you can get rocking in it. And it's really simple. You just start here. So you'll see some, you just go there, go through the quick training. It'll probably take you 45 minutes to get through this. And then if you need help navigating, we have some bonuses that we're actually getting set up in ILC. So we can actually give you access, since you already have an ILC account, we can just give you access to the new, some MLSP bonuses that we've set up.
Okay, perfect.
That are just kind of like extra, just little things, just help you get clarity and help you move around. Again, I wouldn't get caught up in learning mode, but it does help to know what's back here because it will help you make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, and like what you just did, I can see me walking someone through this as well.
Yeah. And you don't even have to, honestly. A lot of times what I would do is like sometimes I don't mind taking out the time to walk someone through it like this because it does help. I'm not gonna lie, it does help because if you did 2 of these a day, it would probably increase your income by a lot of percentages.
Yeah.
But I record all these too, so if I have someone else that's talking websites, then I would just send this to them, and then maybe I would just hop on the phone with them for like 15 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this is good. And then I can be an affiliate to this, is correct?
Yep. So if you're an affiliate and you'd like to share this with other people, again, you make 50% off. So you make $100 a month per every mastery membership, and you either make 30 or 50% per course too. So like a lot of times people come back here and they buy courses. So for instance, yesterday, Candace said she wanted a blogging course or she needed blogging help.
Yeah.
Well, we don't do blogging courses. I would send her this. Okay. We would make 50% off this. Okay. If someone wants to grow their email list or they want, lead generation tips or mobile lead tips or webinar help or whatever, we make either anywhere from 30 to 100% on these courses. Okay. So when someone goes back here and they want like Instagram help, this is one of the top selling courses that we make a ton of money from. It's
funny you say that. I have like a large following on Instagram. I don't know how that happened. I do a lot of positivity. I share vulnerability, and we were told don't go too much on Instagram because it's just a bunch of 20-something-year-olds. And I'm like,
no, Instagram. Yeah,
I'm on Instagram honestly to follow my kids.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's I know. You blocked me. My son went,
That's funny. Yeah, Instagram is I mean, I think it's one of those things, especially now. I mean, I think it's a necessary thing. Instagram's, you can make a lot of money in it. You're using Instagram the right way.
I have close to 300 followers, and yesterday I reached out to 7 people. Just what your advice was, no strings attached. Hey, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you got everything you wanted. I hope you had a great time with your family. And just wanted to say Happy New Year, and I just want the best for you, and keep rocking what you're doing. I love your site, or I love your account.
Oh,
Boom. That was to like 7 or 8 people. Just, there was nothing to it but just being genuine.
yep. And that's what it takes. And if you can build an audience like that, you can monetize it any other way. I mean, you can monetize it however you want. If you like left Plexus and said, hey, I'm going to launch something else, you now have a list, you now have an audience. I mean, I can't tell you how easy it is to launch something when you have an audience.
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. I have like close to 400 on Facebook. You saw my business page is 78 now. And then Instagram just kind of just blew up the last few months, just from just putting, posting 3 times a day, and nothing's about my products. It's just giving valuable content.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So
send me the link so I can
for sure.
jump on this, and then I'll be prepared for my meeting at 2. And like, again, I appreciate you taking so much time out.
My pleasure.
So.
My pleasure. So we will, if you have any questions, just let us know. And, if you want to as well, I can send you this recording as well if you want to share that with your girl.
Oh yeah, she can't wait till I can talk to her. But yeah, you can send me this recording. I'm going to shoot this to her, because this is literally, her and I are pretty much on the same page.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys will love it. You guys will love it. And I didn't even, so you'll love it. You love it. You will.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ryan.
My pleasure. I sent you the link, and you should be good to go.
All right. Thank you.
All right. My pleasure. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.